to say the least. This incredible, let's say, boom that we all think is about to happen could very quickly be snatched back into a reality just by one stroke of a pen.
Right now, the only thing that's really the last barrier for cannabis to really explode in the United States is federal legislation. And we're starting to see a lot more movement in that direction. So as soon as rescheduling occurs and we start to have some liberalization on the federal front, we're really going to see the lid come off this thing.
20 book has been around for over a year. We're a local-based California company. We specialize in dispensary and doctor advertising in the marketplace. Our magazine's distributed in major big box locations like 7-Elevens, vape stores, liquor stores, anything cannabis related.
So we like to talk about everything because cannabis touches so many things. We're talking about medical, we're talking about the social changes, we're talking about the economic changes. So there are so many things that cannabis is doing to help the world. And you know, our goal is to convince one more person that cannabis is okay.
Hay que salir, hay que educar, hay que investigar, educarse y luego opinar, porque la verdad está en nuestras manos. La ciencia está comprobando que esto es verdad, que no es un mito, que no estamos hablando locuras y que de verdad necesitamos comprobar científicamente, y por eso es la importancia de la legalización de la marihuana, porque en este momento la DEA no nos permite investigarla para nuestros pacientes, para nuestros niños, para el mundo.
One message to countries that have not legalized is, what are you waiting for? There are families with children that are in desperate need of accessing this plant. What are you waiting for? Open it up, let people use it.
White combination of cannabinoid in that spectrum. I know, after now 16 years of straight personal research, working with the exact same formulator and compassionate caregiver for 16 years, and he and I back in 2001, I remember attempting to make oils in my kitchen in New York. Back before most people in this country even understood what an oil was. People still trying to make sure you got the prettiest little nug you can get. So I only bring this up to say, for me, it is a medicine and a lifesaver.
It's harder for them to jump into the car or take long walks, and glucosamine and hemp, and we also put turmeric in our hip and joint products, so there's 3 really powerful active ingredients in there that help older dogs.
Lessened over the years, but when we started doing these shows, 90% of the people out there are sitting there like, wow, we didn't even know anything like this existed. And even now, being 9 years in the business, 50% of the people walking up to the booth have no idea that this even exists, and we're able to do it. Not only do it the correct way, which is important. You got business owners that want to protect their assets, and we're glad to be able to provide that service for them.
work with our legislators, working on bills and amendments and educating people. And also we have a 501c4 nationally that helps raise funds for politicians that support the movement.
We all, again, as long as we take the veil down and we work together, that rising tide will lift all boats. We will then come together and be able to combat whatever comes from the federal government. We can say that we've had the program only one. We're going to keep this in place so the people smoke. See, that's how you combat that. But if we're all just doing it, it's going to fall apart. So I'm stumping. I've been stumping. I'm looking for recruits to say we just want to be part of that tide. And when I go to Washington the next time, I don't want to be standing there by myself.
The industry, for good reason, because it was in the shadows, has always been sort of quiet and keeps to themselves, and they don't share information, and they're skeptical of other people because, you know, there's a risk. So they, you know, it's not as in most industries where information flows easily. This industry was really pretty closed, and so the whole point of the association was to open that up to make it accessible to the non-industry person. Somebody wants to get into this industry, this is the best place for them to start because we make it comfortable for you. You know, it's not designed for the insider. The advocates within this industry have done an amazing job to get the industry to where it is right now. One piece of the puzzle that still needs to be filled is the business piece. And I think once the business piece of the puzzle gets put in, then everything else will fall into place.